Okay, hello. This is what day is it today? This is 19 September 2021. Not sure if you can see that, yeah. Let's focus to like macro, and I'm still not sure you can see it because the date's gone. There we go. Sunday 19 September 2021. So the day is wrap for this month. I have a Nikon Z6 right here, yeah, which is broken. Let me go show you how, yeah. So let me go take the box first to actually show you this. Okay, and so that's the box. I actually did buy a Z6. I pulled the trigger on this guy, and this thing is pretty expensive. It's a full frame mirrorless from Nikon with a C mount. I have a tech card adapter coming soon, but this thing's gone soon. Cause yeah, as you can see, I have a unofficial warranty, 1 + 1 year, plus the warranty from the shop, which is another year, which means that this thing is 3 years protected. And the first day I got this thing was yesterday. I'm not making a video on this unit because, let me go show you. Number one, I do not have a video recording device. That's nice, yeah. I'm actually using my Leica T over here, and this is not a good recording device. As you can probably see, its video is not that nice. And let me show you what's wrong. So I got 2 batteries with this guy, 2 batteries, and one of those like Nikon, what you call that thing? This XQT cards. I got 64 gig one, which is gonna cost like an arm and a leg, but I did get one, so that's quite nice. These are like essentially M.2s, just in a different form factor, yeah. So it's pretty much a scam, but yeah. I mean, they're better than SD, because I hate SD, and the only way to get away from SD is by buying one of these XQTs. Fuck, it's XQT, man. There you go. See, this is all in macro, and I'm not sure if you can actually see it, yeah, but there you go. Nikon 64 gig XQT. So this guy, I do not have a lens yet for it. All my lenses are either Sony, LTM, Leica M, or M42. And I've got one EOS lens, nothing else. So, here you go, yeah. So let me go turn this guy on. This, as you can see, has a dead pixel. I mean, stuck pixel. Right over fucking here. But I'm not sure you can see it, yeah, because I'm using this Pentax 110 lens, and it focuses to 25 centimeters away. And this guy is like 1 fucking pixel from the 2 million something dot display. So the viewfinder is quite awesome actually with this guy, and the what you call this thing? This is the VF, this is the screen, and they're all quite awesome. But basically, yeah, this thing has a dead pixel, and so the Nikon Indonesia actually wanted to like swap this thing with a new unit, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send this thing back and get a new unit. Everything else is working perfectly, but I just want a new unit. So yeah, there you go. This is my Nikon Z. I might actually do an overview on my new one, or maybe also this one, I'm not sure, yeah. But here you go. So this is your overview. You can see all this stuff. You can like use this to like scroll around. You can, yeah, play with it essentially. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you did like the video. Not sure if this is enough, but I mean, essentially what I'm gonna say is that I have this, which is the Zenith 21XS. This thing has a dead timer, and also has these two, one Jupiter 21M and one Mir 1B. These things need to be CL8, and I was gonna do this video with this camera, but I think I'm gonna go with another body. So if your body has a serial number called, let's see, the serial number's under the screen, I'd say. So let's pull the screen out. Here you go. Seven two 33024. This thing is not a unit that needs the recall. I mean the what you call this thing, the IBIS recall, but it is a defective unit, and if you do get the same serial number, you're getting a refurbished unit. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you liked that, and I'm gonna go send this guy back soon, and hopefully get a new unit and not a refurbished one, yeah. Cause whatever the fuck that thing is. Let me go show you, yeah. What's up? Let's see. What's up? So let's go check my WhatsApp. Not sure if I want to show you all this here, but let me go just see if I can actually show you this. wait for this thing. Oh yeah, I also got this Chiconi to actually work. This thing used to be my dad's, yeah, so not bad. Only it's got like this frilly cable right here, yeah, and it's disgusting as heck, so I'm gonna go clean this up later. Okay. There you go, so let's close this part if I can. Yeah, okay, so essentially you wanna see this bit because this is my private stuff over here, yeah. So this is JPC Kamang camera, yeah, and all they asked for was this. Let me go see if I can show you all of this. So this is all they asked for, and I gave them all this info, and I actually got a new. See, so I actually asked them if I will get like a refurbished one or a new one, and they said I'm gonna get a new one. So see, unit baru means new unit in Indonesian, because I'm in Indonesia, yeah. So yeah, not bad I'd say for this, but still, as I usually say, a product, no matter how good, is only as good as its QC. If you have something as good as this guy, I do assume you can probably QC this in the factory, yeah, and not like let stuck pixels slip. I mean, it did take quite a long time for me to see the stuck pixel. Yeah, I actually took like half an hour maybe with playing around with this guy, yeah, in the menus and stuff. And then I found out like on this menu. Let me go show you. Yeah. So I'm not sure if this thing will turn on. Okay, so this, if you go into this menu, which is like the, let me go see. Let's pull this. Let's go down. I'm not sure it's this one. I think it's the other. Okay, so see, in here you can actually see the dead pixel right here with your eyes. Not with this lens, yeah. But still, I saw that thing over there, and I went back here, and it's still there. And that to me just said like dead pixel. So that's why I'm returning this guy. Nikon has said okay, they're gonna accept the return, and I'm gonna be a happy person with a Nikon Z6. Also, the body cap, if you're like me and you like to like comfort lenses, they do not lock. Okay, so if you want a lens, I mean you want to convert something to this guy, you're gonna have to buy some kind of like a metal ring, but that thing is not available yet, and that's why I'm buying a tech card to Sony adapter, this guy, and I'm gonna wait out the Z system like evolves enough for me to like fully shift over to Z without having to care shit about Sony, because Sony's mount is a bit too small. I'm gonna say that. I'm not a Nikon fanboy, I'm not a Lumix fanboy, but it is too small. The Sony mount is not gonna suck in a Jupiter 12, which is something I want to use, unless you're going full frame, and I think it's not a good thing. Also, the Sony mount only allows you to get like 18mm from the sensor. This guy is 16, and my Leica T, which I'm using right now, is 20mm. 20mm is a bit too far, but Sony is, yeah, also a bit too far I'd say, because with 18mm it's quite hard to adapt the Yashica 14E, so, which is this guy. I've already adapted it, but it's only gonna have like such a small difference between like the mount and the sensor, and that's why you cannot like mount this thing really strongly. I mean, it's strong, but it's not gonna withstand you like twisting on it like that. So yeah, this body I like it a lot, just I need the QC to like be up a notch, because if not, then I'm gonna get another defective unit. This guy, all the buttons work. I like the button placement for the FN1 and FN2, I'd say. I think I might like them, but I'm not sure, because I have not put a lens on here. And let's see, well, yeah, the diopter is nice. It's okay enough, better than the Sony's, because the Sony's is like you have to like cut your nail, because you can't use a nail this long. You have to use like something. Yeah, all my nails are long. They're usually a bit longer than this, and this is for me very very short, and this thing still will not adjust the Sony. This will just pull out like a calculator's watch thingy. I mean, not a calculator, like a watch used at time. So you pull this guy out, then you can like twist this thing. See? Then you can push it back in. Oop. And it sticks. Same as the mode dial. You have to like press this thing down before you can turn this thing around. See? Press it and turn it. There you go. If you don't press it, it's not gonna turn. And I like that feature a lot, so you don't accidentally like snag this thing or something. These dials are not I'm not a big fan of these dials because they're not like Sony. Sony and Leica have like these clicky dials, so it's like click, click, click. This thing's more like dampened, see? Pop, pop, pop. The front also the same thing. The front's even worse actually. Then what else? The joystick, this thing you're not gonna only need to like slightly nudge it, but you're gonna have to like really push it up or down or left or right, because this thing will not respond to a slight nudge. Let me go show you. Yeah, so for example, you have the screen. See, I'm nudging this thing up, but it's not working unless you push it quite hard. See, push it quite hard and it works. If you slightly nudge it, it won't work. You have to push it quite hard. So yeah. Also, all the buttons are like jelly on this thing. So I'm not gonna say they feel cheap, but they sure do feel non-satisfying. So for example, you see the calculator. Yeah? It feels like shit, like smudgy. Then you see my keyboard, which is something with Alps whites. It feels really nice. If you feel a Sony button or a Leica button, it'll feel way better than this guy. All I care about is the shutter button, and the shutter button is a what you call this thing? It feels like a dual travel button, but not a button with a click. So in the Sony A7s, like the Mark 1s, yeah, you can press. Let me show you with this thing, yeah, with this kind of film. So for example, this is the buttons travel, yeah. You press this guy down. In the early Sony A7s, I think there's only like a spring in there. So you press it down, and up to a certain point, that is autofocusing and metering and also locking the exposure. And if you press it fully down, I mean nearly fully down, you'll get a shot. Now this is different because it has like no click. Usually you have a click, yeah. So like you press this down here, and you have like a small click, and then you press it a bit down again, and then it hits the like lower membrane where it actually registers. Now this thing has no click, but it does have like a dual weight system, I think. I'm not sure. So what that means is like you press this thing down slowly, it's quite light up here, yeah, and then it feels a bit heavy up here. Then you press this heavy bit a bit more, and then it fires. So that is it. And what else should I say? It's quite smart with these things, yeah. So they put the plastic on the bottom, which means that this thing won't like touch the rubber or the plastic or like the metal magnesium housing, but it is gonna rattle quite a lot more than the Sony ones. The Sony ones, they put the plastic on the outside, so they will scratch and make like a circular pattern after like 1 month, but they do not like stick out to the side. Honestly, if this thing was mine, my camera, I mean this is mine, yeah, but it's not gonna be mine in like 1 day, so I'm not gonna bother taking these things off. What else should I say? This is turning into an overview, yeah. So, okay. Buttons, there are quite a lot of buttons. F1 and F2 are in the front. Those things are nice for like magnifying. Then you got like this record button. Also, this thing does not work in photo mode. You have to like switch this guy over to video mode, like on DSLRs, and then it'll work with the video. And yeah, what else? The LCD can tilt quite a lot actually, but not as much as my A6400. I know I'm comparing this thing to the A6400 quite a lot, yeah, but it is what I used to have. And so you can see, yeah, this thing will tilt like this upwards, and it does scratch the top bit of the LCD and the back plate of the camera, yeah, when you do this. That's why you can hear like this grinding noise, see? See? So it's not perfect, but it's okay, I'd say. This thing reminds me of like the what you call this thing? The Sony Nex 5T, I think, if not the A6000. So this thing can do this, which is, I'm not sure why the fuck you would want this, yeah. This is like more than 90 degrees, and you're like why the fuck would you be looking from here, man? So then you can do this, which is basically 90 degrees but outside, so it's not sticking on the back, but it's like sort of presenting itself to you, yeah. Then you can like sort of push this thing down this way. There you go. Not sure why the heck anyone would do that, but yeah. So what else should I say? This thing was also recalled. So if you look at the serial number, yeah, there's this serial number over here. Some of the units were recalled for the IBIS fault, and if you do have one, go recall it, because from what I have heard, yeah, these things look like shit when you have a broken eyepiece, and that is why you better recall it. This thing was not recalled for eyepiece, but it's recalled now for the dead pixel. What else should I say? The bottom plate has like a separate plate for the tripod mount. Let me go show you. Yeah, see. So I'm not sure why the heck that thing is there, but yeah. So next, the battery. The battery is just one compartment without SD cards. Yeah. So just pull this guy out and the battery's out, just like this. I actually have 2 of these batteries, so not bad. Yeah. See, 2 of these batteries, and then after that, what else should I say? Nothing really. Yeah. So these things have 2 dials. I mean, two of these random like aperture and shutter speed dials. Then you have like one of these mode dials. You have this like display, so it's like only screen, only VF priority, so it doesn't turn on the VF unless you put your eye to it, but it won't turn on the screen. And it's also got this like mode where you have auto switch, so it's like the Sony's. Yeah. I'm talking a lot about the Sony because I used to be a Sony shooter, and I'm not gonna be soon, hopefully at least. Yeah. Then what else should I say? This hot shoe is fucking stiff. I've not opened this from the factory, yeah, so it's bound to be quite stiff. I'm not sure why the fuck is this stiff, but it's quite a bit more stiff than my Sony came. So let's see. Yeah, it's quite stiff, man. So hot shoe, they have this like accessory shoe, yeah, over here with like these small Nikon only flash sync thingies, which I'm not sure what the heck those things are. Yeah. Then next, what else should I say? Oh yeah, rubber, the grip. Rubber grips always die, and what's this? Oh yeah, okay. So rubber grips always die, and this rubber is the type of rubber that will peel over time. I can tell you that because this thing's really soft. It's really nice when it's new, but it will peel off in the long term, which is I think okay if you're gonna switch cameras every few years, yeah, but this, for me, I'm gonna probably keep it for like 10 years maybe, this thing, because it's quite pricey and it's actually got a lot of specs which I like 4K 30 FPS, 1080p up to 120 FPS, a locking mode dial. I only use P mode. I do not use A mode, I do not use M mode unless I need to, because like, let me show you. Yeah, I have one of these lenses, for example. You have focus and aperture of the lens. All you need to set then is like the ISO and the shutter speed. Shutter speed I use auto because actually I don't use auto. Shutter speed I might change, but I'm not gonna change that thing all the time because yeah, why? Because you're gonna break your dials. Yeah, so usually I use P, and with P it will change ISO and shutter speed on its own, and you can also set like the limit. So it's like lowest ISO you can auto select is how many, and you can also select how many you want the highest ISO to be selected to be, and that's why I always use P on your bodies. On older bodies I might not use P, but on these newer, more high-tech bodies, why not? Shutter, you can have a silent shutter and a noisy shutter, which I'm not gonna use. I'm only using silent. And what else should I say? Oh yeah, these things are shit, man. Let me go tell you this. This, as you can see, yeah, let me go show you. This can fold, and that means it is rubber. Rubber is not the best thing for these flaps. You know why? Because every 2 years you're gonna have these things break off, and once they break off, your camera's gonna look like shit, and it's not gonna be waterproof anymore. And that's why I do not recommend you buy anything with this. But this body is quite a nice body. Yeah? So also you got a charger with this thing, so I'm not gonna complain that much. Only I might complain still because these microphone jacks are left like that. So hopefully they do change this in the future. Like Sony's A7, the Mark 1, that thing had plastic, or I'm not sure if they're like magnesium or like plastic, but I think they're plastic covers. The 6400 also had like these plastic covers that snap open and snap close, and those are way better because they don't break apart in like a few years. These things will, and that's why I'll say this thing is good, but it's not perfect. Somebody else designed this and I didn't design it, and that's why I do not perfectly like it, but it's still quite nice thing that I do expect to use in the future when my second unit comes. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you liked the video. I'm gonna post some samples if I do actually make another video, but yeah. So thank you and goodbye. See you next time.